What's up, family? Get this video a big thumbs up. Welcome back to another video, man. If you guys get some value from this video, make sure you get this video a big thumbs up. So, Rachel Maddow, my take on this. How is she not being sued, right? Elon, Trump, they need to get their lawyers together. That's just my honest opinion. And I say that because a lot of times people like to say things that constantly bashes a person, where it comes to the point where false narratives is a way and a tactic of art to basically come up with constantly trying to destroy someone in a court of public opinion. And they need to sue these type of individuals, Elon and Trump. They can't just go on national TV, lie, and then say, oh my bad, I'm sorry, after the damage has been done in the court of public opinion. And this woman basically went on air, falsely claimed that Trump gave Elon Musk a 400 million Tesla contract, when we all know that Donald Trump said that Elon Musk has nothing to gain. He gains nothing from this. But however, we should be highly grateful that he is doing this when it comes to the Doge and auditing the government and these federal agencies in regards of showing the American people and being very transparent where taxpayer dollars are going, right? And she said that Trump did it. Basically, like I said, Trump gave Elon Musk a $400 million Tesla contract. The outrage erupted. People ran with it. Social media blew up with accusations. But just wait for the plot twist, family, at the end of this, because Jesse Waters demolished her, tore her apart. And these people are so disingenuous and so hard-hearted. Their heart is hardened, I should say. But thank you, Jesse Waters, for being honest, which we'll get to after you guys see what I'm talking about in regards of Rachel Maddow basically being frivolous. So with no further ado, before I continue to thank Jesse Waters, because you guys will see him and his take on basically destroying her in the clip, let's check it out. All right, family, check it out.
Elon Musk has apparently somehow convinced the United States government, specifically the United States Department of State, that the taxpayers of the United States of America should spend $400 million buying, quote, armored Tesla production units. Isn't it great and definitely not at all illegal or profoundly corrupt? Definitely not ripping us all off to pay themselves, right?
Donald Trump didn't give that contract to Elon Musk. Joe Biden gave it to him.
Elon Musk has apparently somehow convinced the United States government, specifically the United States Department of State, that the taxpayers of the United States of America should spend $400 million buying, quote, armored Tesla production units. Isn't it great and definitely not at all
Family, I call this journalistic fraud.
illegal or profoundly corrupt? Definitely not ripping us all off to pay themselves, right?
Donald Trump didn't give that contract to Elon Musk. Joe Biden gave it to him.
Elon Musk.
So I just wanted to play that twice so you guys get the context to it. But also I want to show you guys in regards of Jesse Waters destroying her even more. Because he had said more than just Joe Biden did it. He also elaborated a little bit more. So I want you guys to see what else he had to say in regards to the matter. Check this out.
Back to spreading conspiracies. After getting humiliated by the Russia hoax, Maddow's back to spreading conspiracies.
Elon Musk has apparently somehow convinced the United States government, specifically the United States Department of State, that the taxpayers of the United States of America should spend $400 million.
And I find it very interesting, family, because At the end of the day, you don't want to talk about 20 million being spent on Sesame Street. You don't want to talk about um basically the Joe Biden administration constantly paying basically a journal company or a company that's supposed to be encompassing journalism and giving the facts and spreading the news that they basically funded Politico to basically defame Donald Trump. You don't want to talk about those things, but you constantly want to smear Donald Trump's name, right? And I like how Jesse Waters basically like, look, you gotta stop with these lies, man. And he called it out, and he like, look,
Give it
Joe
to him.
Biden did. So we gotta thank Jesse Waters. And honestly, in my opinion, Jesse is amazing at what he do. He should have. I felt like he should have took Tucker Carlson's spot, but I also love Tucker Carlson as well. He's smart, he's sharp, and has been doing this for a long period of time. And the others are amazing too, but Jesse is just a step above, man. He's straight cut, clear throat with it. And he breaks things down to a simplistic form, getting straight to the point, and how he present his stories. And he put in the work, man, doing the time over the years. So meanwhile, Rachel Maddow and the rest of them are furious, lying through their teeth, claiming Trump and Musk colluded on some shady illegal deal. Guess what? They were 100% wrong. If Maddow has done actual research, which is encompasses true journalism, she would have known this contract was awarded under the Biden administration, as you heard Jesse Waters say, not Trump. And if she really cared about the government spending, I look at it like this. She should have been outraged back then when it comes to the Biden administration. But we all know that they don't care. This is just them being spreading nonsensical bull crap. And now, credit where it's due, we got Anna Kasparian, right? Who used to be a hardcore leftist. Maybe she still is. I don't know. You know, we tend to learn that these extreme leftist individuals seem to flip flop. They're like chameleons. But she actually pushed back on Rachel Maddow nonsense, family. And I don't like giving Democratic leftists, extreme leftists, too much credit because they tend to flip flop, like I said, like a chameleon, which is their usual ways and tendencies. But at least Anna had the decency to call out the lies and lunacy of the Democrats, including Maddow. And frankly, Maddow should be sued over this nonsense that she spewed with this whole contract deal that she's making up narrative. And another thing, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Rachel here was right, right? Let's say she was right. Let's say she was right. And what she's saying hypothetically, because we all know that it's not true about this $400 million contract deal with Trump and Musk colluding together. An American company, in this case, Elon Musk's company, Tesla, based in Austin, Texas, now, we all know he was in California, he moved to Texas, manufacturing armored vehicles for the U.S. government, use cutting edge technology. How is that a problem? The same guy who's launched rockets, developing satellites, and pushing technological innovation with Starlink, why wouldn't we want that company involved in national security? I don't know if people understand the workings of business because it seems like people just think, oh, everything goes in Elon Musk's pocket. It's a reason why when you're a businessman, they say, oh, that's not my money. That's Tesla's money. So if they have an LLC and the money's covered under their LLC and they're running their business right, that's why you have separate, when it comes to funds, it's separate between personal and business funds. So a person can be liable personally for the debts of the company because there are two separate entities if they operate their business right, right? And the way business work is when the government spends 400 million on a product, that money doesn't just go straight to Elon Musk's pockets, right? It goes to the reason of the business entity and the whole reason of the sole purpose of why the government wanted to spend that money in the first place geared to that business. So let me put it in more simplistic terms from a C student perspective. Their costs, right? Manufacturing, equipment, training, research, assembly. The money goes into the production. It goes into the product. It goes into the business. There's checks and balances. I don't know what's so hard about that. I don't understand how Miss Maddow, Rachel Maddow, don't understand economics. Or they just don't care to learn, right? And like I said, that is just ignorant, fraudulent journalism. Because at the end of the day, you may invest, the business may be valued at a certain amount, but that doesn't mean your pockets is that deep. Now, you don't necessarily get a return on investment as soon as you invest in your business. There may be a long time, years from now, 10 years plus, before you actually see your actual return on your investment, where you start seeing money where you can get paid from your company, right? So, once again, I'll mention Anna Kasparian. Actually did real journalism, and I think Rachel Maddow should take notes. The media, when it comes to the media, used to love Elon Musk and they adored him, but it practically worshipped him. But now, because he's associated with Trump, suddenly he's the villain. And he's the worst person on earth. And it's absurd. It's absurd, but I digress. Because they wanted every car in America to be electric by 2025 when it came to the Biden, not Trump, Biden administration. They wanted the 2025 or 2030. They wanted to go full electric car. And Trump is like, look, I'm a fan of gas cars and I'm also a fan of electric cars. The American people should choose and decide what car they like to choose and what they like. But Elon Musk, who's done more to make that happen when it comes to the Biden administration pushing electric cars on the American people, and they wanted it done by 2025 or 2030. Who did it more than Elon Musk when it came to the electric car, the EV industry? And yet they hate him now, and all of a sudden they hate Elon Musk. They used to praise him endlessly, kissing his feet. But the moment he doesn't fit the narrative, he's evil, right? But it's annoying, man. And if someone does something wrong, call it out. I'm an equal accountability smoke giver, but don't make up fake stories and narratives, okay? If Trump or Musk actually messes up, expose it. But if they don't, just be honest and report the truth. That's all the American people is asking. That's why we want transparency. Donald Trump is doing a better job than these media outlets, which is why they're basically falling like dominoes now. You have now we know typical politicians, they say one thing and do another all the time. They'll campaign for one thing, and then when they get in office, they don't do nearly the things they promise on. But Donald Trump is doing every single thing that he promised to the American people, and he's more transparent than these media outlets. When CNN, MSNBC, they are the people that had basically the monopoly of truth at one point, but they have spewed so many lies that now, and at the end of the day, they're being called out on their lies, and it shows that they're basically trying to steer narratives to basically control the American people and sway them the way in their desire. That's not transparency. That's not being honest. That's not being a true media outlet that reports on true news and factual news that you want the American people to trust in. These companies have basically failed to the liking of views and doing anything desperately for views for the American people to tap in, but not necessarily adding any value to the point where they basically compromise their own mantra or motto that they sold to the American people about telling the truth and being number one American news source where you can trust. Not anymore. Maybe used to be, but I know now, not nowadays. The president is more transparent than anything. We have the most transparent president in history. You get it right there on Truth Social or X, formerly known as Twitter, Elon Musk, and that's what the people love. They feel connected. They resonate with. They're on these social media platforms and just giving it to you. You ain't got to go through all these lies and nonsensical crap and false journalism anymore. And look, just report the truth, man. So check out what Anna Kasparian had to say. Check it out.
The U.S. Department of State
So this is where the story actually takes some twists and turns. And I would venture to say that the producers over at the Rachel Maddow show on MSNBC were fully aware of the dates involved on this procurement documentation. So bear with us as we go through the details. Ryan Grimm of Dropsite News first reported on this contract yesterday, but what Grimm reported is a little bit different from what Rachel Maddow reported. So let me give you the relevant portion of Ryan Grimm's reporting here, where he says that the State Department's procurement forecast, revised as of late December 2024, lists Tesla as the recipient of the largest expected contract, with Marco Rubio's department planning to buy $400 million worth of armored Tesla. The procurement forecast is listed as having been modified on December 13th, 2024, a month after Donald Trump's election. It was a month after Donald Trump's election, but it was obviously before he had been inaugurated.
Duh. The Biden administration. It's the Biden administration, folks.
Before he was officially in office. In other words, the State Department would have issued that contract under Biden's administration. So I'm sure Rachel Maddow is going to correct that on a subsequent broadcast. I can't wait to see it. But after Grimm's initial report, the Trump administration did something interesting. So Grimm reported this morning, let's take a look at this. After Dropsite News revealed Tesla was forecast to be given $400 million contract for armored Tesla, the State Department altered its spreadsheet to obscure Tesla's role. Metadata shows the spreadsheet was revised several hours after our story published. And the twists and turns don't stop there. So after that post, the State Department reached out to Dropsite News directly, which sounds kind of scary, but it's not, because they wanted to say that the Tesla contract is actually now on hold. Dropsite News then updated their reporting accordingly, and they also reported that the new information about how the contract came to be, they say that the acquisition plan was set in motion by the Biden administration last year as part of a move to convert the Bureau of Diplomatic Security's fleet of roughly 3,000 armored vehicles into zero-emission electric vehicles by 2023. And in April of last year, the Bureau of Diplomatic Security issued a request for information to see which electric vehicle manufacturers would be interested in taking on that request. Now, according to the Trump State Department, only one company
Tesla
showed any interest in this contract, and that one company happened to be Tesla. The State Department stated that the next step in the process would involve an official solicitation being sent out to vehicle manufacturers to bid, adding that, however, the solicitation is on hold and there are no current plans to issue it.
Tell the truth, shame the devil. Tell the truth, shame the devil, folks. Look. We can't keep taking this thing where you sit on national TV, you spew lies, you get held accountable legally. Because let's be real, and comment down below, family. If these individuals don't get held accountable legally, we all know they're not going to retract back what they said. So at the end of the day, how many sorries are we going to take? Or, oops, my bad, I messed up. And basically retract back because you're scared of the legalities of things where you'll be held accountable. But why aren't you holding yourself accountable before you report the news to make sure you're reporting the truth? But I'll leave it there, family. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. On that note, family, subscribe and join the family. Hit that like button. It helps the channel. Spread that peace, love, and positivity. Let the peace supersede the hate always, family. And on that note, peace.